A very warm good morning, everyone. We heartily welcome the distinguished guests and delegates to SAI20 Senior Official Meeting at this beautiful and vibrant city of Guwahati. With the permission of the Chair, we may begin our two-day official meeting for SAI20 Engagement Group under G20. The next 2 days will provide a platform for constructive engagement, productive dialogue, and valuable exchange of ideas and experiences. Today, we plan to discuss the priority area of blue economy and responsible artificial intelligence, which are chosen in line with India's G20 presidency theme of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, One Earth, One Family, One Future. With these words, I invite His Excellency, the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, Mr. Girish Chandra Murmu, to deliver his inaugural address.
Thank you. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar, good morning and very warm welcome to all of you to incredible India and the city of Guwahati on the banks of the mighty Brahmaputra river. It gives me immense pleasure to be amongst all of you as we commence deliberation at the SAI20 Senior Officers Meeting 2023, a symbol of a global cooperation and collective efforts of the Supreme Audit Institution of the member G20 countries to ensure inclusive development and well-being of all. The theme of India's G20 presidency, that is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or One Earth, One Family, One Future, is drawn from the ancient Sanskrit text of Maha Upanishad. Essentially, this affirms the value of all life, human, animal, plant, and microorganism, and their interconnectedness to planet Earth and the wider universe. Distinguished delegates, the world is seized of multiple challenges, the most daunting one being the sustainable development and climate change. The pandemic has sensitized us to health issues, gender concerns, the yawning gap between the rich and the poor, climate change and its impact on biodiversity, food security, and emerging challenges threatening the sustainable development goals. While citing this, I am not making a startling revelation, but highlighting the need for the global community to address these problems, ensuring secure future for all. As we strive for a world of inclusive and sustainable development and prosperity, a world in which all people have access to education, healthcare, and employment, a world in which all are able to live with dignity and security, the SAI20, with its collaborative commitment to an accountable economic and efficient and effective governance and a strategic partnership with our governments, has a crucial role to play. Audit, with its objective and criteria based on scientific approach towards program evaluation and performance audits, is in unique position to give near real-time feedback to governments and policymakers for not only mid-course correction but also change in approach where required. Recognizing the importance of sustainability, growth, and role of emerging technologies, we, SAI20, have identified two themes to pursue at this forum, that is blue economy and responsible artificial intelligence. These two priority areas represent the new age opportunities and concerns. They underline the need for genuine cooperation. In order to appreciate the diverse perspective of these highly complex areas of AI and blue economy, SAI India has interacted with many domain experts from government and the private sector. We conducted seminars to understand global experiences and initiatives, and also as to how external stakeholders view the role of audit in these areas. The learning from these interactions, such as the importance of gender balance in sustainable growth of blue economy and the principles underlying responsible and ethical use of AI now find a key place in our proposed approach. I am sure these aspects will reflect in our upcoming deliberations. Interestingly, the seminar brought out that there is no one accepted definition of the blue economy, but we all understand its multiple dimensions and significance for sustainable growth. Blue economy is an economic system that encompasses a spectrum of policy and operational dimensions aimed at conserving marine and freshwater environments while promoting their sustainable use, producing food and energy, supporting livelihoods, and acting as a driver for economic advancement and welfare. Gunther Pauli, a leading economist in this sector, proposes the blue economy as a model based on technological innovation to supply products at low cost, promote local job creation, and a model that is environmentally conscious and market competitive. Roughly 40% of the world's population live within 100 kilometers of the coast. Primary fishing farming alone employs globally over 58.5 million people, of whom about 21% are women. Around 600 million people rely at least somewhat on the fisheries and aquaculture for their livelihood. The majority are small-scale artisanal fishermen and fish producers who live in developing nations. Also, 80% of global trade is carried out through sea route. Oceans are the largest carbon sink on Earth. The economic potential of ocean is vast, and so are the challenges. Unsustainable extraction of marine resources, such as overfishing, physical alterations and destruction of marine and coastal habitats, unplanned and unregulated development in the narrow coastal interface, marine pollution, inadequate economic incentives, technological advances, lack of legal instruments are some of the challenges that face sustainable growth in blue economy sector. Comprehending this importance, the United Nations has declared decade 2021 to 2030 as the decade of ocean science for sustainable development. With multiple major components encompassing biodiversity, coastal tourism, developmental projects, marine renewables, shipping, ports, deep sea mining of resources, etc. The blue economy, cross-cutting and complex in nature with multifaceted regulatory landscapes being practiced in different parts of the globe. Further, even nationally, there is a potential of multiplicity of implementation agencies at different tiers of government. The intertwining of social, economic, environmental, ecological sectors with different priorities and governance frameworks results in a complicated implementation framework with potential intersectoral issues and conflicts. It is this complexity that leads to multiple and incessant trade-offs between long-term sustainability and short-term growth in blue economy. A successful balance between these two goals must be achieved to ensure sustained growth of the blue economy over time, especially as the blue economy can make all the difference to planet Earth and sustenance thereon. We as Supreme Audit institutions have an opportunity to ensure that journey of exploring the oceanic resource does not follow the same path as exploitation of land. This can be done through careful evaluation of management and regulation of business operating within the sector, with an emphasis on promoting sustainable practices that will benefit both current and future generations. The unplanned and unregulated development in the coastal areas have to be highlighted in audit. At the same time, government have to be shown with evidence the importance of ensuring the livelihoods of the people living in these areas is not affected adversely. The crucial challenge for SAI of G20 nations would be to address the complexities involved in the governance of different subsectors of blue economy and integrate various audit criteria into single auditing framework for a comprehensive assessment. Our organizational structure has to be aligned into niche audit team with expertise in the cross-cutting domains. The development of auditing standards brings synergy in the audit work when multiple audit teams are involved in a complex multidisciplinary audit assignments like blue economy. The capacity building in audit teams assume even more importance in such cases. Realizing the importance of ecological preservation and sustainable development, we in SAI India have released a first ever countrywide compendium of asset accounts of minerals and energy resources in states. It has been prepared in line with the UN system of environment and economic accounts. The compendium attempts to create an account for the stock of mineral resources, mapping their geographical spread. Further, specifically targeting the management of coastal area in India, we have also completed a performance audit report on conservation of coastal ecosystem. The audit reports attempted to evaluate the efforts in respect of planning, implementation and delivery of mechanism towards attaining the targets under SDG 14, that is life below water. Coming to our data related second priority area, that is responsible artificial intelligence. The expert opinion in this recently held seminar organized by us brought out the insight that democratization of AI technology is inevitable. Today, we have reached a level where AI could contribute up to US $15.7 trillion to the global economy in 2030. It has the potential to lead socioeconomic growth and it can be used to benefit citizens and the country through targeted and timely interventions. Healthcare, retail finance, agriculture, food, water resources, environment and pollution, education, special needs, transportation, energy, public safety, disaster management, judiciary, etc. are just a few of the areas that AI has the potential to solve. While AI offers many opportunities, it also raises concerns related to transparency and fairness. These issues include the impact of AI on privacy, bias and discrimination in AI system, and inadequate understanding of AI algorithms by the general public. These problems are complex and interconnected, highlighting the need for responsible AI practices where the fairness of solution is ensured. The cornerstone of responsible AI is ethics. Ethics focused on safety and reliability, inclusivity and non-discrimination, equality, privacy and security, protection and reinforcement of positive human values. However, the prerequisite for any such analysis remains that the data is in standard format available across IT applications, especially government applications at union and provincial levels both. This is a challenge for audit. For instance, technological development in India has happened organically over the last 2-3 decades. IT applications were designed based on the available technologies and they did not envisage integration with other IT applications. Not incorporating an audit module in government IT application is the simplest of such example. During the recently held SEO meeting under the chairmanship of SAI India at Lucknow, it was a consensus that it is imperative that the government should intervene in the direction of data standardization for government IT application. This is required for interoperability and utilizing the full potential of AI technologies, results of which would be of interest to policymakers and auditors alike. Government of India has brought out national strategy for AI, which includes policy and programs, global partnership, upskilling, capacity building, safe and ethical framework. Increasingly, AI is being used by governments, and that is indeed the way forward. The SAIs too must imbibe a data culture which simultaneously build data capability. Our path in respect of this fast-spreading frontier technology is twofold: adopting AI capabilities in audit and auditing AI system in government. As regards adopting AI in audit, AI-enabled automation of redundant audit activity, reduced reliance on sample testing, identification of high-risk transactions, and enabling fraud detection. SAI India has taken steps in this direction with data-driven audits and IT audits have become part and parcel of our audit assignment, and use of AI and GIS technologies are frequent in audit, especially for environment and ecology studies. The Center for Data Management and Analytics at our headquarters handholds our regional offices in implementing data-driven audits. We are now increasing use of GIS, drone visualization, geotagging, and linking with the machine learning to audit areas such as mining, coastal protection, urban planning, etc. In fact, one of our reports on stormwater management in state, which used GIS, was prescient, having highlighted the risk of major flooding, which did happen in the state capital later. In SAI India, we have two centers of excellence: International Center for Information System and Audit, that is ICISA, and International Center for Environment Audit and Sustainable Development, ICED, which serves as global training facilities. In fact, ICED is establishing a center for excellence for the blue economy. The first national training program will be rolled out at the end of April. Dear colleagues, the Supreme Audit institutions have the mandate to provide independent and objective examination of public service and serve as the much needed feedback mechanism for policymakers in identifying the areas for improvements and opportunities. Since blue economy and artificial intelligence are both emerging areas, we as Supreme Audit institutions cannot afford to ignore these prominent sectors. Moreover, it will be imperative for leading SAIs here to start working on an auditing framework and granular checklist, so that auditors not only have broad guidelines but also specific toolkits to audit these two sectors in meaningful way. Before I end, I would like to take this opportunity to again thank SAI Indonesia for establishing this SAI20 engagement group. The forum provides an excellent opportunity to SAIs to engage in meaningful consultation and active collaboration in enhancing transparency, accountability, and good governance. The deliberations at this forum are the foundation for the SAI20 communique to be finalized at the summit at Goa. For us in India, this year G20 presidency is a defining moment in our history as we aspire to play a significant part in finding realistic solutions for global well-being. I would like SAI20 to formulate tangible audit guidelines and products for all of us use in auditing the blue economy and AI, enhancing each SAI's contribution to governance through audit as a strategic partner of their governments. Dear colleagues, I wish you all fruitful, interactive discussion and sharing of the experience. Thank you very much.
We are thankful to you, Excellency, for enlightening us with your insightful thoughts and vision for the SAI20 engagement group gathered here. Now, I kindly request the delegates to move for the photo session near the banquet lawn. After the photo session, tea coffee will be served at the pre-function area, and we will be reassembling at 11:30 a.m. Thank you.